So, what's the story going to be? I'd say the waters are still pretty choppy. How the hell did she do it? Wow, I guess we gave her permission. No, I think there's another cover version of Book 2. And I haven't heard it either, and I don't even care anymore. Cause I've heard the song so many times, I think I even played it in a dream last night. It's the truth. I like the song and stuff, it's a good song, but I'm just trying to get away from it. At our last show in Hawaii we did not play it, and on the radio the next day, they were saying NirvaNa didn't play Smells Like Teen Spirit. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. We have been on tour ever since Reading. And we're just sick of it. Really. Sound checks and traveling. I mean, the shows are fine. That's the thing that keeps you going. The satisfaction and excitement of playing in front of people. It was fun to go to Australia and Japan and New Zealand. We even went to Singapore, though we didn't play there, we just had a press day. That was interesting, to go to some places you've never been before. But everything else that goes with touring, like being in a band, the airports, the interviews, and restaurants, it just gets a little much after a while. Yeah, it is. But you know, it only lasts for an hour. After the show is a nice period, cause I think, alright, another day is done. But it's not like a proper job, because it's so exciting what's been happening with the band, everything just kind of blowing crazy. And you can still cruise around, you can be late for a sound check, or you can just blow a sound check off. You are not gonna get fired. Everything's totally changed. I bought a house. I can go out and get furniture. And when I go to grocery store, I can get the butter and cheese and not worry about if I'm spending too much money. Not really, because it went to our accountant, and I never actually saw the check. The accountant calls up, goes okay, half of this money is going to taxes and fees and expenses. Half of it just flies out the window. Whatever's left you divide by 3, and you pay taxes on top of that. You have to pay your personal tax. Money can go quick, man, let me tell you. People always ask in interviews about the big sellout question. And I'm like, well, just because you make some money does not mean you're selling out. I also just got a house, that's all I care about now. I can now be comfortable. I'm just going to buy some toys here and there. If you live modestly, you can always have money and not worry about it. Although I'm pretty surprised and excited at what's happened, a lot of the time I'm just sick of it. Like people walking up to me and asking for my autograph. People see you and they start whispering. I get sick of stuff like that. Here in the United States, there's always articles about the band in magazines, and people writing letters, and then putting their perspectives on the band. All we did was put out a record last September, I mean jeepers. I get sick of these people trying to paint a picture of it, trying to dissect it. Sometimes it's king the positive, sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's saying we should jump off a bridge. And in Sassy magazine, on what to wear at the prom, it says smells like prom spirit. Sometimes I think we're just a passing fad. God, who are we? We're just a band. It's probably because we've shot off out of our mouths a lot over the last year. It's just exploiting the opportunity we have to maybe start a dialogue, and if they can read about something we bring up, then for them it's just another reminder. But what is good is a lot of really good underground bands are gonna get really good distribution and some money. In a best case scenario, a lot of these bands' attitude and values can rub off on mainstream culture. But I'm not holding my breath. In a worst case scenario, the underground gets purged and bands don't develop. They're getting signed right out of their garage. And also in the worst case scenario, you get fabricated alternative bands, people who just don't know what's going on and hopping on board the bandwagon. All these bands are gonna come up from the underground. It's gonna be great. The music's gonna be great, and maybe it will reflect on culture, and maybe people will raise their standards musically, and then they will want to raise their standards in other mediums like television and film. Then maybe they will want to watch better things. Most people don't have ears, you know. For people like you and me, music is a way of life. We watch bands, we listen to bands, we're just engulfed in it. But to the majority of people, music is like anything else. It's like the television. They just don't care. But people do have an inclination to enjoy rhythm and melody. Everybody has that ability in them. It's like how some people are really into paintings. They totally know Van Gogh, they totally know Rembrandt, they know all that shit, but I have no idea about that stuff. It's an avenue I just don't care to pursue. Oh right. Like, he's the one who likes all the pretty songs. There you have it. Nevermind is a very safe record. It's not like Big Black or the Butthole Surfers, something totally left of center. We're just slightly left of center. It's pop. It's just that the guitars are heavy.